thank you all for coming out tonight. So, this handicapped, midget, mute, gay, Jewish, African-American, cross-dressing, ex-priest, hair lip, with a glass eye, rolls into a bar. You ever notice how that saying that says when bad things happen to good people, and it's bad, but actually sometimes when bad things happen to good people, it's good. For example, I had a heart attack years ago, and it was a bad thing, but actually was a good thing because I was in Anchorage with just a great group of beautiful nurses in Anchorage, and I had one of my top 10 fantasies fulfilled. I had my pubic hair shaved by a big, white, hairy man nurse. With a tool belt. He had, tape and a knife in there, So when you're self-employed, you have to pay for your whole health insurance, and so the day that your deductible is paid up, it's really good. Mine happened last November, last year, and so first thing I did is thinking, well, shit, everything's 80% off. So I went out and bought a $5,000 stress test, and I bought a sigmoidoscopy, which is just sort of like a colonoscopy, only without the good drugs. And so you're awake, and so I was laying on the table watching the screen, which hadn't done anything. And my doctor, I think he'd never done that before. Neither has his assistants. They're fucking around with this thing. And they must have bumped the switch, because all of a sudden the light went on, and I could see the screen. And so, I could see the ceiling, and then I could see the wall, I could see the floor, I could see my legs, and then, I could see my ass. And then, holy shit. I was clean. Anyway, so have you noticed how society has changed a lot? I think, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call, and I apologize, but, hello, Mom. Yeah, can I call you back in like 5 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes. All right. Anyway, so it's my mother. She calls me all the time now, and she hadn't called me in like well over 10 years. And so then when I got the new iPad, they have a seance app on it. And so you download the app, and you kind of get around and you try and get in touch with your lost loved ones. So I did that, and, I didn't know if it was going to work or not. And one day I get this call from area code 777. So I answered it, and she says, "Terrence?" I said, "Mom?" I said, "Where are you?" She said, "Well, I think I'm in San Diego." I said, "Why?" She says, "Well, it's always 70 here." I said, "Well, what else is it like?" She says, "Well, there's beautiful people out there, and they bring me food all the time. They're bringing me drinks. It's daylight all the time. Nobody sleeps. And there's no clocks." I said, "Mom, I think you're in Vegas." So she said, "Oh, well, that could be okay, but the funny thing is I haven't seen your father. Or his mother, thankfully. Maybe they're in purgatory because they needed to stay there a long time." I said, "Well, Mom, I think the Pope, got rid of purgatory about 5 years ago." She said, "Oh, well, he always liked hot air and hot peppers, so I hope he's happy." So back to the society. Society is pretty bad these days, I think, in many ways. PETA sued Mike Pike's Market to stop the flying fish because it was demeaning to the dead fish. And that's true. And, you can no longer be a pet owner. You must be a pet guardian because it's, respectful to the pets. And the CWMA, Chickenware Manufacturers Association, those guys just lost a big class action suit brought by the geese and the turkeys with the help of the ACLU. And so no longer can they use chicken wire in advertising. There's poultry netting. But the ducks are now appealing because the ducks don't think they're poultry. So anyway, then the other things, 50 years ago we didn't have seatbelts in cars, right? So what had protected you? Your mother's arm. I didn't wear a helmet when I was riding a bicycle. You know, my mother drank and smoked all through her pregnancy. Which is probably why I'm up here. But then they've got all these, you know, all the safety things in houses. You know, you got special outlets, you got smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms. You've got cars, you got a lap belt, you got a chest restraint, you got a front airbag, a side airbag, a rear ass airbag. I know they don't have rear ass airbags. I just wanted to say ass. Because I knew you guys would laugh. This is a bass crowd. Anyway, we got all these safety things going on. I mean, everything is safe, safe, safe. You know, wear the orange vest, whatever. And what are we doing to the gene pool? Think about it. You know, the same people who don't have children because they don't want to overpopulate are promoting all these safety things. You know, it's called natural selection for a reason. Used to be the stupid people actually selected themselves out of the gene pool naturally. But they're not doing it anymore. So, oh, my phone's vibrating again. I got area code 666. Might be my dad. Anyway, but so before I go, I wanted to talk about my friend who I met the other day.
That's cool. No, doll's fine. Put it away. Doll's good. Doll's good.
All right, bye.
Doll's good.